Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Divine Masculine weekly forecast. I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or a challenge in their connection, so please keep that in mind, but just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. I also focus from the Divine Feminine's perspective, since that is the majority of my viewers, so if that doesn't resonate for you, just try to switch the energies, how it applies for your life and situation. All the decks I'm going to be using here today will be listed down below, as well as these beautiful organites. This is the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine nudes created by Michelle from Wing & Bell. Also in the description box, you guys will see what we're going to go into in today's reading, and then also what we're going to go deeper into for the extended version. So if you guys are interested in getting the extended version, I'll put that link down below as well. And just a couple of things before we get started. I did have someone reach out to me this morning telling me that there is a scammer that is using my name, propositioning you guys for readings. Right now, I'm actually not doing personal readings, but even if I was, I would never reach out to you guys to try to get you to purchase anything from me. So just that alone, no legitimate reader or person is going to do that. So if someone is reaching out to you guys, automatically just know it's a scammer. If I'm ever going to do personal readings again, I will just make like a community, announcement like I did today, letting you guys know that there's a scammer. I would let you guys know, hey, I'm doing readings again. I'm opening up my books, etc. So I just wanted to put that out there real quick. Also, I apologize if in the background you guys are hearing, cats being rowdy and this and that. For some reason, my cats are just a little rambunctious this morning, so we'll try to tune them out if they get a little rowdy. Anyways, you guys, let's get into the reading. So we're going to take a look and we're going to see, what is the theme of your connection this week? Okay? What is the theme of your connection this week? So this is the Heart and Soul Love Oracle by Celestial Forecast by Carrie. What is the theme of your connection this week? Let's look at this energy. Theme of your connection this week. Okay, so we have Kismet. It says, you and I were two lost souls destined to meet in this lifetime. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns or choices we've made before we came into each other's lives. All that matters is that in the end, we got it right. We found each other. So this immediately is just, kind of chalking this connection up to say, regardless of where you're at, regardless of what's happened in your connection, it doesn't matter. You were meant to meet each other for a significant purpose and a significant reason. So the theme is just kind of focusing on that. Instead of focusing on the loss or where you guys are headed, it doesn't really matter at this point. You met for a reason. It's significant. You know it, they know it, etc. Let's get another one. Okay, interesting. We have vows. Some of you guys could have met or married this person. You could still be married to this person, but the vows it's just the soul contract for me. Okay. So this is talking about, we did make a promise that we would come into this lifetime and we would meet and we would experience these specific things, these specific, promises, or we would make a vow to each other. Now, sometimes vows, unfortunately, are broken. So some of you guys could be working on that particular theme of, breaking promises or meaning what you say or not being able to commit until you're really ready. So that could be something that's being formulated right now. If you and your person are on a break, or you and your person are just not able to kind of get to that point yet, it needs some space and it needs some time before people can really commit to that type of, seriousness, such as marriage, kids, etc. Let's see what else. We have more. Okay. I was sure what we had wasn't the love I was looking for, that it was something that I could find with someone else who could offer me more love, more sex, more of everything. I was everything, more of everything I was looking for. I'm so sorry. Someone who had more, wanted more, needed more. Now there's nothing more I want than to come back to someone who had it all to begin with. It was you. Is it too late? This is interesting. Somebody had to lose you, or somebody needs to lose you guys in order to realize what they have. It's an unfortunate cycle for some people. Sometimes people don't realize what they have until it's too late. So to me, it's like the question, is it really too late? Is there a chance? Is there a chance that you will ever trust me if I come back? Some of you guys, this is currently going on. Somebody married someone else, okay? Or you're married to someone else, or there's third party here. But even if none of those themes are your situation, somebody needs to be on their own or be without you before they can realize your value and your worth. So this to me doesn't say you need to wait for this person to wake up and smell the coffee. Just the opposite. Keep moving forward with your life. This situation, whatever is meant to be here, will simply be, and the timing will be right. So if things are not working out right now, there's a good reason it's not working out, because someone is just not ready. They need to figure it out. And sometimes people need to figure out what they really want, unfortunately, cycling through other people. And some of you may just say, you know what, I'm sorry. Maybe the vow that you made for yourself is that I'm not going to now open myself up to someone that couldn't see my worth before. So some of you, that could be your soul theme through this person, is realizing your own self-worth, realizing your own value here. So that's why I said from the very beginning, the best thing to do is not really to focus on the loss of this connection or what's not really happening right now. It's really to focus on what this person represents in your life. Because what I can see, what you represent for them, Divine Feminine, is you represent them to understand something when they feel like they've lost you or when they feel like you've moved on. That's when this person's going to wake up, okay, and smell the coffee. And it's not about playing a game or anything like that. It's just unfortunately how they have to learn. So this is my Twin Flame Journey Oracle, revised edition. Let's see what else is your theme of the connection this week. Okay, yeah, this is the only way that you guys are going to be able to reestablish this connection, is to let it end. So if right now you guys are really struggling with the separation, or you're really struggling with this ending, it absolutely has to take place. It's the only way that you and your person can actually have a fresh new start, to start over. Okay, because especially if someone feels like, you know, there's something else for them, they need something more, they're going to have to go out and figure out that they're not going to find it. You have to let someone figure it out for themselves. You can't tell them. You can't prove to someone your worth. You have to show someone your worth and your value. And you show someone your worth and your value by loving yourself and respecting yourself. So if this is not happening right now, this is how this person, when you value yourself more, that's when this person is going to finally see your worth. But again, some of you guys could get to a point where you're just like, F that. Why should I have to prove my worth and my value to this person? You don't. This is for you. This is where your headspace might be kind of in the wrong place. It's not about proving to this person anything. You're proving it to yourself. But it's through this situation with this person that you get to that point. And it's through losing you or finding out that the grass wasn't greener on the other side that this person is going to learn a thing or two about what they had when they had it. So it's very interesting, these soul lessons that are actually taking place this week for you guys. Yeah, contemplation. Somebody needs more time. But what I'm getting here, you guys, if this is you, Divine Feminine, do not spend too much time in this energy. All it's going to do is it's going to lower your vibration. It's going to make you sad. And it's not going to help to strengthen and empower you to basically prove your self-worth and value to yourself. Okay. Yes, you can reflect on this connection. Absolutely. That's why I do these readings. I don't do these readings to keep people stuck and hanging on. I do these readings to give you guys an opportunity to reflect on the past, to reflect on your decisions, to reflect on your feelings, because that's the only way that we're going to grow, ascend, and also heal. Okay. It's through these types of, reflections. But don't spend too much time ruminating. I wish I would have done this. If only I had said this or did this, this would have been different. I've been there before, and it's a freaking mind fuck. It's no place to live. I mean, you can sit there for a minute, but you don't want to sit there for too long because it really gets you nowhere, okay? Contemplate on your next move. What move are you going to make next? What are you going to do with all of this in order to make it and turn it into something great for yourself? How are you going to make all that pain matter? How are you going to be a better version of yourself? That's what I want you guys to focus on, okay? And last one. Yeah, oh wow, look at that. Surrender. Beautiful. It's kind of like when you let practicing the true detachment. It's surrendering. If you love someone, if you truly, truly love someone, you set them free. You don't hang on for dear life. The only reason that we're holding on for dear life, it's not out of love. It is about our own attachment. That's why we're hanging on for dear life. We are afraid. We're afraid of many things when we surrender. But that is what we're being asked to do. Succumb to the peace that surrender brings. All right? That's beautiful. So there's lots of deeper things going on this week than just, being in separation or being in pain over this deal. There's so much more. There's such healing, such ascension, such wisdom this week in everything that you've gone through. All right, this is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Give us some more here. What else is this theme for the week? I love that. The 9 of Wands, trials and tribulations. It's like what isn't killing you yet is only making you stronger. This connection is not going to kill you. Okay, it's not. This pain might feel like it's going to kill you, but it's not going to kill you. All right? We can make things harder for ourselves. Yes. We can suffer for longer periods of time if we choose to. Yes. Things suck. Things hurt. Yes. But this is about, you're a wounded warrior at this point. You're still standing. You're still breathing. You're still surviving. This is also a reminder that we all still have lives to live. People do have to keep moving forward. Even if you got to fake it until you make it. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Make yourself go out. Make yourself do things. Make yourself get outside. Make yourself get out of bed. Do things even if they're uncomfortable. Because this entire situation has actually helped to strengthen your character and to make you a stronger, better person. Now, it's not just about you, Divine Feminine. This is about the masculine as well. These things are actually going to help this masculine to grow, to see things in a whole new light, to appreciate what he has when he has it. And he may have to lose that in order to recognize that. That's a part of the growth here. That's the part of the wisdom here. All right, so we do have the 2 of Pentacles balancing act. It might feel right now that everything's shaky, everything's up in the air. It feels like nothing is settled. Everything is just in disarray. This will not last forever, you guys. As long as you keep focusing on it, though, remember this pondering on it, focusing on it, ruminating on it, you will feel unsettled. It's time to just kind of settle this, drop the frustration, drop the manic episodes, drop the depression. I know it's easier said than done, but just try to drop this major chaos that could be happening or taking place in your mind. Now, if you guys are in a third-party situation where this masculine is going in between you and someone else, or maybe you're doing that, Divine Feminine, I know it's easier said than done, but it is time to stop this act. It is time to drop it. It is time to choose yourself. It's time to choose your self-worth and self-respect. And nobody with true value would allow themselves to be an option for someone. No one with self-respect would actually allow someone to keep going back and forth between them and someone else. Okay? And some of you might say someone with self-respect wouldn't allow somebody to say, I need space and time to figure things out. Absolutely, your prerogative. But if you're waiting for someone, yes, that right there is not an act of self-love. But if you just surrender someone and release someone and you continue to live your life while they figure it out, and you say to yourself, well, if you do come back and I'm available and I still want this, it's meant to be. And if not, then no worries. So it's all about where we're coming from to begin with. That's really what the wisdom is, if that makes sense. All right, let's get one last one. Love that. 9 of Pentacles, choose yourself. So that's what this entire reading is. It's basically saying here, start choosing yourself more. Okay? Is it so scary? Is it so scary right now to, I don't want to use the word be alone, but be in a state of solitude where you're taking care of yourself and you're focusing on your own needs for a change? How many of you have been so focused on this connection to where it's just kind of keeping you in an imbalanced state, right? People need to be on their own. They need to be single. So if you're dealing with someone who is just chronically in one relationship to the next, and they always need to have someone. They've got a lot of stuff that they need to work out. So trying to have a new start with this individual, or trying to make it work with this individual while they have all of these traumas and wounds and hangups and issues, it's not going to work anyways. So surrender this divine masculine. Let him figure out what he needs to figure out, even if it's with other people, and work on yourself. And if you guys happen to come back, okay, together at some point, then you can make a decision what you want to do. And you may even find yourself that your own needs and your own attachments at this point, or towards this masculine, have even changed. And that might actually be a better future for you in this masculine, because it will set a different tone for your relationship, for your connection, right? People treat us the way that we allow them to be treated, and we're constantly teaching people how to treat us with the way that we treat ourselves. So allow time and space for your own relationship with yourself to improve, and allow the masculine to do the same. I love this. Very empowering theme this week, you guys. So there might be just a huge shift right now in the collective, where we're just no longer willing to downplay our needs. We're no longer willing to hang on desperately to someone that doesn't want to stay, or someone that's not choosing us. It doesn't mean that there's no connection. It doesn't mean that there's no love here. It just means that we need to lean more into loving ourselves instead of focusing so much on our counterpart. So let's take a look and see what is motivating your divine masculine at this time. So what is basically speaking to this divine masculine? What are the lessons at hand specifically for this masculine? How is he learning at this particular time? Let's look at this. This right here is called All Things Intuitive Messages of Love Oracle cards. Let's see what is motivating or encouraging the divine masculine at this time. Interesting. So we did get the vows card, marriage. I do feel like for some of you guys, either this masculine is a commitment phobe. He is afraid of marriage. It could be for a variety of reasons. Either he has some sort of trauma around a marriage because of how he was raised, maybe saw his parents didn't have the greatest marriage, doesn't want a marriage like his parents, or he has been married before and doesn't want to get married again, or he is currently in a relationship. Whatever the situation is, this particular wound, these issues, these hang-ups, or his current circumstances with another person are actually motivating him and encouraging him at this time to heal, to move towards union with himself. So if he is codependent and he's staying with someone out of, guilt or obligation, a lot of things are bubbling up to the surface this week in order to help him to look at what's really going on here. This is called the Love Compass Oracle. Okay, so we have Divine Counterpart. Very interesting. So I feel like you, the Divine Feminine, you are actually the counterpart, okay? So this, whatever is happening right now for this masculine, his issues towards marriage, his issues within a current relationship, or maybe within your own relationship, this is actually motivating this masculine to make some major changes. So I feel like there's just a lot of shifts that are taking place right now. Something is kind of blowing up right now for this masculine. He's going through some internal reflection. He's also going through some internal crisis to really push him to figure out, what are we doing here? What do I want in this life? Are you my person? There's a lot of questions here. This is called the Cosmic Tarot. Ooh, Seven of Cups. This masculine actually dreams of having some sort of fantasy life with you, the feminine. If he's in another relationship, you are almost like a breath of fresh air. You are the person that he turns to because your connection is, compared to this one that he's currently in, if this is your story, it's like a dream. But what happens if he were to end that situation and connect with you? There's some sort of needing to come back down to reality that this masculine is currently dealing with. He might be very much wishy-washy, unrealistic, has unrealistic expectations, kind of lives in a fantasy world, and needs to come down from that fantasy world. So something is skewed here in the masculine's mind. He's all over the place. He might also want to keep his options open. So there might not be another actual relationship here, but he might want to keep his options open. Maybe he sees marriage or commitment as death. Maybe this makes him feel like he's going to lose his independence. And that's all just issue right there. Those are issues. Those are hangups that someone has. That's not what commitment does. It doesn't strangle you. It doesn't take away your independence. You, the person that's in the relationship, and the way that you are, participating, that's what creates those issues, not the other person. So I feel like there's either major fear or, commitment phobe, or someone is not available and they're in a way kind of using you, the person watching the video, as a scapegoat from their issues and their problems to feel better about themselves, to relieve themselves from some sort of situation that is toxic, etc. But all it's doing is it's just creating more confusion. It's creating procrastination. Someone's dragging their feet. They're not able to evolve or move forward in a healthy direction. So if you're caught up in this mess with this masculine, what's going on here, it's actually motivating him. This crisis, or you stepping away, divine feminine, would also motivate this decision to do something different than what's happening right now. Okay, so we have divine counterpart and we have soulmate. So this masculine feels that you are the one. But even though he feels that you're the one, there's still this fantasy. There's still this dream. There's still this feeling of, if I succumb to this, if I give into this connection, I'm going to lose myself. I'm going to lose control. That might be why this masculine needs some space. He needs some time and space to figure out that this does not mean that his independence or his life has to end. It just means that you're in a relationship. There are some, not consequences, there are some compromises, that you'll make. So what is this masculine's hang up? He's got some major hang ups about relationships, or he's not available, one of the two. He's telling you, you're my person, you're my soulmate. I'm not in love with the person that I'm with right now, if that's the story. But all this does is it keeps your connection stuck. He's got to make a decision. And I feel that maybe losing you, divine feminine, you putting your foot down and saying, no, I'm not going to do this anymore, this might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. We have quality time. So this could be a language of love. This could be a language of love. Somebody's saying a lot of things, but they're not doing things. They're saying things that's not matching up with actions. That's a problem. Somebody needs to basically prove it. They need to bring it. So it's like, yeah, that's nice to know. That's nice to know all these things. But unless this is actually happening and someone's bringing this to the table, it means nothing. And unfortunately, it does come down to that. People show you who they are. They don't just tell you. They show you. And I feel like this masculine has probably talked a good game. He has made it seem that things are a certain way, but when it comes down to actually doing the work and taking action, that's where he is falling short. So what's motivating him right now is that, feminine, if you have pulled yourself away from him, or he is alone now, or he is just stuck in this other situation and he doesn't have you to go back and forth between, then this is what's really going to motivate him to stop dragging his feet and to make some freaking changes. But it's not going to happen while you're making it easy for him. It's just not going to. While you allow yourself to be an option, it's not going to actually motivate him to do anything different. Yeah, because what's going to happen is he is going to go into that missing you phase. If you remove yourself from this masculine's life, you're no longer present, you're no longer an option for him, then what this is going to do is it is going to motivate him to get you back. It's going to motivate him to want to make some decisions to stop wasting your time, because your time is valuable, feminine. And I feel for a lot of you, you do feel like you've wasted a lot of time on this connection so far. Maybe even some of you guys are waiting for him to return, but he won't return as long as you're not loving and respecting yourself. So I don't know what that means for someone this week, but that is what I have. All right, let's see what else. The only way that he is going to see that you're the one is when you make yourself the one. And the only way you're going to make yourself the one is by treating yourself the way that you actually want to be treated. And some of you guys may have already done this, so this is just kind of like, I've already done that. But now we have addictions. So somebody's addictions. Now this could be an addiction to dysfunction, toxicity, substances, anything. This could be codependency. Whatever it is, though, if we keep going back and we keep doing the same thing over and over again, but keep getting the same results, it's just insanity at that point. So at some point, someone has to say no. At some point, someone has to go cold turkey. So some of you divine feminines might be struggling. This is my masculine. I love him. I want to be there for him. I can't abandon him. But what I want to say is the show intervention. At the very end, the family comes together. They write the letters and they say, if you don't go into recovery or into, this treatment center, then I'm going to have to remove myself from your life. Now, these people love their family members, but that's something they have to do because sometimes people do need ultimatums. Sorry. I know we're taught that, ultimatums, oh no, that's bad. That's, this and that, or shame or guilt or, sadness. Oh, no, it's all bad. It needs to be all positive. No. Sometimes people need to feel things, even if it's horrible, in order to change. Pain is one of the biggest motivators of change on the frickin' planet. You know how you don't realize something until it's too late or gone? There's a reason for that, okay? Life changing. And so I'm getting here, what is going to motivate this masculine at this time is not the feminine being there for him, taking his phone call every time that he's having a crisis. I just unconditionally love him, so that means that I got to be there 24/7. No, you need to choose yourself, divine feminine. That is really what is going to help this masculine the most, is by you no longer being this person that he reaches out to every single time he's having a problem, but then chooses something else or goes back to his old ways. Somebody has to change the program, feminine, and I'm sorry that it's going to have to be you. It just is. So this might be some challenging messages this week for some of you guys watching the video. And not everybody is in this energy. So if this is not your story this week, you guys, this just means it's not your message. Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling you. Spirit is just confirming this for us. We have to love ourselves. When we love ourselves, will attract love from another person, a healthier form of love. So the only way to take this, whatever dysfunction is currently playing out, is we've got to start loving ourselves. And sometimes the most loving thing that you can do for someone else is to say no, is to remove yourself, is to set a healthy boundary. And sometimes people, when they are battling addictions or they don't want to get healthy, they will start taking it out on you. They will walk away from you. They'll lash out at you. You've got to be prepared. And maybe some of you have already gone through this. But the Six of Cups does tell me that this masculine will reflect. He may have to walk away, but he is going to come back to this connection because there's something special. There's something unique about you, feminine. This all is like, it's a full circle. You're his full circle. This connection, this very first card that depicted the theme this week, you and I, we're in this together. This leads me back to you, okay? But I'm not going to come full circle unless you do the work too. And a part of that work is you loving yourself. It's very cool. I like it. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. The Four of Cups, you guys. Got a lot of emotion here with all these cups. Four Cups is a couple of things. Beautiful cups. But look at this person. They're not looking at those cups. They don't maybe understand or see the value in those cups yet. It's going to take some time. This particular person, and I'm seeing it's the divine masculine, is going to have to go, or he's going to have to go through certain things before he looks up, wakes up, and smells the coffee. Right? Maybe it's when you're no longer there, feminine. That's when he's going to have the realization. That's when it's going to dawn on him. Holy shit, I've lost you. Wake up. But the Four of Cups can also mean a rejection. We are rejecting other people because we are rejecting ourselves. We don't love ourselves. This is why we feel like we can't trust other people. This is why we are afraid to open up and love. There is something going on here with this masculine. This is not the divine feminine. There is a flaw deep down within this masculine. So this is all bubbling up to the surface, not just this week, but just at this time. And this is really helping to motivate the masculine to look within, maybe even spend some time alone in solitude to figure out why he feels so afraid, or why he is experiencing dysfunction, or why he is choosing to act in certain ways in order to cope. It all comes down to not loving the self. So pretty deep stuff. All right, let's now take a look and see, how does this divine masculine see his divine feminine and truly feel about her at this time? Let's look at this energy. Let's go ahead and get a song that kind of depicts this. This right here is called the Heart Songs by Celestial Forecast by Carrie. Let's get a song that kind of just wraps up how this masculine is currently feeling and like seeing this feminine this week. Until the 12th of Never, I'll still be loving you. Interesting. I've never heard of this song. 12th of Never. Johnny Mathis. So I don't know if that's going to speak to you guys here. I'll still be loving you regardless. I'll still be loving you even if I'm apart from you, even when I'm with someone else, even if you're with someone else, I'll still be loving you. Now, I'm also getting that song from the Scorpions. I'm still loving you. I don't know. There could be some significant messages in that particular song. But let's just go ahead and see what's happening this week for this masculine. How is he seeing you, feminine? This is the spiritual gifts oracle. How is he seeing you this week? We have air. First of all, he's thinking a lot about you, feminine. You're on his mind quite a bit this week with the air energy. It may be that he is thinking about communicating with you, but it's also about you have really communicated how you feel and who you are to this masculine. You've been very honest with him. You've said maybe not everything that you've wanted to say, but you let him know where you stand. You've made something clear. He got it. He got it. That's what I'm getting here. He got you. He heard you loud and clear. So even if he's pretending to be confused or, he didn't get your message, whatever, it's BS. He's received something, okay? He's received something here. He understands something, and he's thinking a lot about it. This is my Love Never Dies oracle. This love will never die. Necromancer. Wow. So this, I'll still be loving you. This love will never die. Basically, he's saying, feminine, he's confirming for you that he's still going to love you. He's still going to have this connection with you no matter what. So I don't know if some of you had to hear that this week in order to take care of yourself and start making decisions for you. This is my Divine Masculine Tarot. Yep, your Divine Grace enchants me, the Empress. The Empress is the ultimate goddess. She is the ultimate feminine. She is the healthy feminine. She's the feminine that takes care of her own garden. She doesn't waste time taking care of other people's gardens before hers. She can certainly help your garden to flourish, but she's not giving you everything. She's not depleting herself. She's not depleting her own resources in order to take care of you, because she loves herself. She realizes that her cup needs to be full before she can even come over your fence and help you with your garden. So I love that. Your Divine Grace enchants me. This is very attractive to the masculine. So I'm seeing, feminine, whatever changes you're making, whatever energy that you're shifting, this masculine is feeling this vibration. He's seeing you. He's sensing you in a whole new light. It's more respectful. It's more attractive. It's more wholesome. The feminine, because she is becoming whole herself on her own, this is actually motivating the masculine to either want to choose her, but I feel like he's got to choose himself just like the feminine does before he can choose her. So there's a lot of work that still needs to be done here. All right, let's go ahead and see what else. So I got a string from the bag, the tarot bag. All right, let's see what else. Old soul. And that's really cool, and I like it because, feminine, you've got such wisdom. Like, he knows that you know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. You know what you want. There's no confusion. So I just feel like this masculine doesn't feel like he's on your level. He feels like you're very advanced compared to him. That could be attractive, but it can also be intimidating. That's what I'm seeing here. It could be intimidating for him. But regardless, it's like he knows that you know. To me, that's like a high priestess energy too. He knows that you know something. Look at this, Countess. Only you can reach me. So he knows that through you, only you, can he reach this state. It's not saying you're some sort of god to him, But he knows that through you, feminine, that's the only way that he's really going to get to the state with himself, is through the experience with you, through all the things that you represent to him and his life. It's only through you that he's going to be able to do this. Now, he's going to have to do the work himself, but it's through you. It's through your experience. This came up at the very beginning. It's through each other that you guys come full circle with yourselves. Okay? He's very aware of this. He's very, I don't know why that's turned over. It's very aware of this particular element. Yeah, I like that. 6 of Wands, I'm trying to do better. It's through you that I'm going to try to be a better person. It's through our experience that I'm looking at myself, and I'm not proud of what I've done or who I've become or who I am right now. I do want to do better. You motivate me to want to be a better person. And I know this. So right now, I feel like this masculine is trying to level up with you, feminine. He is trying to reach your level of maturity. He is trying to, just try to match your energy. That's just what I keep getting. That's interesting. All right, let's see what else. How does he feel? Clairvoyance. Again, High Priestess is what I just got. He knows you know. He knows you. He knows that you see right through him. He can't lie to you, feminine. So some of them could be trying to avoid you right now because you know so much, you see so much, and he doesn't want to keep lying to you, or he doesn't want. He feels too raw, or he feels too exposed in front of you. And until he's ready to really take accountability and to really look at himself, he might continue to run or even be afraid of you in this connection. But he knows you know something. He knows you're the Empress. He knows you're the Queen. He knows you're that High Priestess. Yeah, I lost my way when I lost you, Traveler. So he may just have to travel down a road and to lose you, and like I've lost you, realizing he lost his way when he lost you in order to turn around and come back. So feminine, I just feel like this confirms for us that this masculine does have to lose you to some extent in order to find himself and then find you once again. Yep, I need to go my own way for a while, 8 of Cups. So this could have already happened, or this is still in the process, or this is just happening right now. This is about you need to go your own way for a while. I'm letting you go with love. It's because I love you. I'm surrendering you and I'm letting you go. Because I know that you have to travel down this road. You have to learn these lessons. You got to figure it out for yourself before you can be any good for me in this connection. And you know that, feminine. And he knows you know that. So there's this level of understanding between the two of you this week. Very interesting. All right, you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to end it there and we're going to shift over into the extended. So I'll put that link down below. This is what we're going to go into over there. What are the soul lessons that are presenting themselves in your connection for healing and ascension purposes? So we're going to go a lot deeper into what the contract is or the theme is this week. We're also going to go into the signs and synchronicities that the universe is using in order to bring forth a reconciliation and union. So, signs that you guys are both seeing, guidance that you guys are both receiving in order to reconcile and bring you back towards this union. Also, we're going to go into what desires and dreams are the most profound right now for this divine masculine that are directly related to you, feminine. What wakes him up in the middle of the night? What thoughts are running through his head over and over again? What is he truly desiring? What are his thoughts? What are his dark, dark thoughts and, deep desires when it comes to you, feminine? And then we're going to end it with what will this divine masculine do next towards you, feminine? So what are his next moves? What is he likely to do next? Are you going to hear from him anytime soon? What does that energy look like? So if you'd like to join me over there, please do so. And thank you guys so much for choosing to watch this reading. I hope that it resonated with you. And I'd love to hear what you guys think by putting your comments down below. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.